Settle back for some top-class rugby league. In the Challenge Cup, there are two great favourites. There's St Helens, who are the league leaders, and there's Wigan, who are the cup holders. It would have made a great final, but for us this afternoon it promises to be an outstanding quarter-final as the two favourites meet at Knowsley Road. Well, it's a repeat of last year's final, in which St Helens were somewhat outclassed, but since then their form has really transformed. In the Challenge Cup this season, they knocked out Widnes in the first round, and this is how they disposed of Leeds, powerful Leeds, in round two.
Oh, they've got Connolly on the outside now to Alan Hunt. He's got some space in here. Can he cut inside? He does. He gets it still going. To Griffiths, he gets it away. To Cooper. Sullivan's got on the outside to Tira Party. Oh, a beautiful pass. Beautiful pass from Tira Party. Kiwi magic. Beavers, a chance down, and here's a possibility of a try. It is Carl Gibson, totally out of the blue. Cooper, the good ball to Griffiths. Can he make half a yard? Rapati gets it out again. Good support play by Dwyer. Oh, he's got him away. He's got Connolly in. Yes. Cooper goes for the line again, and he's in for a try. Oh, and a good run here now by Hunt. He's got the length of the field to go. He's got Sullivan to the corner. Can he go round Edwards? He will. Sheer pace of this man. St Helens produced the goods out wide. Innes. That's a sign of confidence. That's in half-back position now. Wayne, he's got an overlap there with Malloy. Oh, they got dummy, and Malloy steaming in. He's in for a try. Cooper directing operations. Did well there. Now then, just look at these players. Cooper, the dummy. Oh, rolls around the ground. Should that ball have gone out? I think it should, but it's still going. A chance here now. Bishop on the outside to Ward. Collins in. Yes! Support play extraordinaire again. There were 5 men there simply queuing up to take the pass. Kevin Ward, so it's 17 stones, number 10, just assisting Connolly and deciding. Oh, he'll go himself. Powerful run. He's got support again. It's in at the corner for Hunt. Surely he's in. Yes, that's pace on the outside. Leeds number 8 there, Capel Hugh, worked very, very hard. And that again, isn't it significant, Ross? Leeds 53% possession, yet trailing badly. But it's St Helens on Bahur. And Rapati. Now then, it's a run. Rapati to Groves. He's got the wing one on the outside. He'll certainly score in the corner.
St Helens, a town that's expecting a lot of the current form side in the game. The cup favourites clash. St Helens against Wigan. Difficult conditions, but I'm sure a wonderful atmosphere at Knowsley Road, where our commentary team is Alex Murphy, Ross Strudwick and Ray French.
As you say, Steve, difficult conditions, but welcome to a very wet and windy Knowsley Road. But the weather conditions, as you can see, haven't deterred the fans. When you get two clubs as famous as Wigan and St Helens in a derby match that promises so much, that's the sign of the crowd that likes to assemble. And over £4 million worth of playing talent for those youngsters to have a look at and perhaps to idolise. And beforehand, Alex Murphy spoke to Wigan coach John Money and St Helens assistant boss Frank Barrow. And as the Wigan Supremo insisted, that record run of 22 consecutive Challenge Cup rounds will count for little today.
Well, I don't know about the 22. We're only worried about today's game. What you've done in the past might help us, you know, if we get to Wembley, but certainly won't help us today here at St Helens. It'll be a tough game.
Will the home advantage have a difference?
Well, it's got to help a lot, and especially our support that's behind us. We've got a hell of a tremendous support that's come. I think today's going to be our day. I mean, they've beat us twice in cup ties, in finals, and I think this is one for us today. I'm very confident.
Both coaches assembled very strong teams, and coach Mike McLennan makes just one change from the St Helens side, which we saw beat Leeds on grandstand a couple of weeks ago. New Zealand Test prop George Mann replacing the injured John Harrison at prop, but much for St Helens depending on the form of Paul Bishop and his battle at scrum half with Andy Gregory. Bishop's looking for a Great Britain spot. Will Gregory put an end to his hopes? But Bishop's adversary around the scrum, former Great Britain Test star Andy Gregory, was declared fit this morning after knee tendon trouble, and I'm sure he'll relish the battle. He'll be very keen to prove there's life in the old master yet. And he has a big pack in front of him. Skerritt, Betts, Lucas and Platt, they'll give him the launching pad he needs. And two, Ross, wonderful conditions, isn't it, for a game?
Well, Ray, as you're saying before, there's a lot of wind and there's a bit of rain, but the two sides that we've got on the out there today, I don't think the weather really matters.
And John Mooney there and Sam Panapa, very, very nervous, John Mooney. I haven't seen him as nervous before a game, just making his way, Ross, into the grandstand. Like most modern coaches today, likes to view the game from on high, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think it's a fairly important thing these days. From an elevated area, you can see what the players are doing, where when you spot it from ground level, you're only getting the perspective of ground level. You only see legs. You can't actually see the pattern of the whole football field.
Pitch in perfect condition, despite the rain which set in about an hour ago, and the wind, of course, has been gale force overnight here in St Helens, but it hasn't deterred that crowd from assembling. St Helens record gate of 38,000 set here between these two sides, and Wigan's of 48,000 set also between them. Sam Panapa there, just another New Zealand Test player. That just indicates the strength of this Wigan squad when people of his ability cannot even get into the 15.
The crowd here today, Ray, has been fantastic. Like, they started to assemble at 2:30, and the St Helens fans have just been singing songs, you know, for the last 3/4 of an hour. And you know, if you're only new over here from Australia or anywhere else from sport in the world, coming to watch a crowd at rugby league in England is something very special.
Yes, certainly a good mixture. One of the problems for the crowd is to know who's supporting who. Wigan usually playing in cherry and white, and St Helens in red and white, but both of them having a blue and white reserve strip. Both sides, I think, a little nervous at coming out. Possibly don't relish leaving the warmth of that changing room. Very small changing rooms here at St Helens, gives a quiet comfort before you come out, but I think the players are on the way. Wigan possibly to come first, and there'll be huge cheers from this big, strong, travelling army of Wigan fans, 6,000 or 7,000 to greet Dean Bell there. And in the blue and white reserve strip, Martin O'Fire, Edwards, Miles, Betts, Botica, he'll be so valuable in the goal kicking this afternoon. And Joe Lydon, the substitute at the end there. Neil Cowie. And St Helens, Paul Laughlin there, not fit today, he's injured. Les Quirk, lots of playing talent on the benches here at both these two clubs, but of course, if you want a good championship run these days, or a good Challenge Cup squad, then you need a very, very big squad. Tremendous talent in this Wigan side, and none better there than Martin O'Fire. £440,000, the world's costliest player, just returned from the southern side. And listen to that roar, we're almost deafened here in the commentary box by the St Helens fans. St Helens walking out, not running out as they are normally accustomed to, settling the nerves. Tiro Party, Groves, looking very relaxed, Ross.
They're looking very relaxed. As you say, Ray, they've walked out onto the field instead of running. I used to do that in Australia with sides I coached there. It has a psychological against the opposition, and they just want to watch you.
And two very important Kiwis there, two New Zealand Test players. Dean Bell, Wigan on the left there, experienced Test centre, and the St Helens prompter and ball distributor. Loose forward, Shane Cooper. Very, very calm lads, but who've been through all this before. Referee John Holsworth, 2 Challenge Cup finals to his credit already. Every major final in the game, and 11 seasons as a Grade 1 official. Possibly at the peak of his career. And certainly a very firm, very strict disciplinarian. And what a wonderful day for that little lad, the St Helens mascot. And my word, haven't these 2 clubs fought to get here? St Helens, Widnes and Leeds, and Wigan, a very, very hard game last weekend against local rivals Warrington. No easy passages there. And certainly, Ross, there'll be no easy passage to a semi-final here.
No, I think this game would have been well to be the Wembley final again this year, but here they are meeting today, and I think we're in for a very good game. I think the halfbacks, Paul Bishop and Andy Gregory, to me, they're both world-class players, and whoever performs better out of those 2 today, I think their side will win.
And St Helens having the advantage of a very, very, very strong wind, although it is blustery. It seems to be favouring St Helens, but then all of a sudden we get a huge gust of wind that blows straight across the field. So I think it will take us some time to see where the advantage is. But a crescendo of noise here, absolutely deafening. I haven't seen or heard an atmosphere like this for a long, long time. Just lost. 3-man tackle there, that's the intensity, isn't it?
Well, I think the way St Helens came out, the way they walked out, they're very fired up, and Mike McClellan certainly got them at the right psychological style at this stage in the day. And there's a mistake by Wigan, a very vital one.
And I'm sure that was a mistake under the pressure. And already John Holsworth is having a word with 1 or 2 gentlemen. Tackling them down, brave man, brave referee who stands in between 2 packs like that. So, first scrum of the game, Bishop to put them all in, and he wins it. Rapati, Griffiths, crunching tackle, the ooze go around the ground. Saints on the attack, Cooper to Mann. George Mann being suspended for 4 weeks, returned in the league against Bradford last week. Kevin Ward, 16.5 stone there, Kevin Ward edging nearer, 5 yards from this Wigan line. The switch, Nicol. St Helens possibly more advised to move this ball out wide here. No, the chip, picked up by Hampson, but he'll be tackled behind the line. He is. That's a dropout. Tremendous pressure down there on the pitch, Alec. Little grubber kick, the chip. But Hampson, as you can see, he's collared there by Cooper. So, Wigan to drop out. To Beavers. Nicol. Crunching tackle there by Andy Gregory on Sonny Nicol, this £90,000 buy from Sheffield Eagles. To Ward. These two packs driving hard at each other, and already there's a penalty. A penalty. Tugging, pushing the man down, using the elbow, and a vital penalty for St Helens, Ross.
Well, I think it's a very bad mistake for Wigan here. There's a 3-man into the tackle, and obviously they want to put a bit of attention onto Kevin Ward, because he has got a lot of experience and he's a tough customer. But for Wigan to give a penalty away, 2 points in a cup final can mean a big difference. Here it is here now. Ian Lucas comes in. As he goes down, he brings his arm up and forces it onto the opposition's head. And, of course, it's a penalty.
So, Paul Bishop then, coming in, not the easiest of kicks in this win, but it's 2 points. The roar, the arms in the air, signals everything. good start for St Helens. First points of the match, St Helens 2 and Wigan 0.
That's a good start for Paul Bishop in his last cup game against Leeds. Ray, I think he missed 5 kicks before he got his first one over.
He did. There's nothing like 2 points on the board for confidence for a goal kicker, especially in conditions like this with a very, very bad swirling wind. Wigan unbeaten in 22 matches of the Silk Cups over the last 4 seasons. And a knock on. Mr. Holsworth enjoying himself. Well, Alex, the pressure down there must be absolutely electric.
Well, it is, Ray. It's absolutely electric on the bench here, and it's noticeable. Before the game, I was talking to John Mooney and Mike McClellan, and both sets of coaches were very, very nervous indeed. I think they realise this one is the big one.
So, Billy McGinty storming in. Wigan now riding back. Wigan won the cup for the last 4 years, an incredible record, and beaten St Helens twice in those 4 years. St Helens out for revenge. Touch judge there, just signifying he wants that tackle. Gregor, the little run around. Good ball to Andy Platt. He's been out for a couple of months with ankle ligament problems. Gregory again, the linchpin. Dermot. Crunching tackle there from Groves. And a knock on, play on, good advantage, says Mr. Holsworth. I don't think, Ross, I've seen tackling as fierce as this for a long while.
No, both sides are very fired up. Wigan made a very bad mistake there. It was a fit tackle. The players played the ball and they didn't have an acting halfback, which gave St Helens possession again.
In fact, the game a little frantic at the moment. Both sides really worked up. I think it will take some time to settle down. Just 6 minutes gone. St Helens 2, Wigan 0.
Ray, what happens in a situation like this is because of the noise of the crowd, the players can't hear each other's calls, and so there will be a lot of mistakes early until this crowd settles down and the players adjust to the situation.
Sensible play there by Steve Hampson from that kick by Paul Bishop, letting the ball roll dead, letting the wind take it. Gives him possession with the tap on the 25-yard. Wigan, wonderful record in this Silk Cup Challenge Cup. Winners of the Cup 12 times. And St Helens 5 times winners. Gregory again at the first receiver, taking the ball, bringing these big forwards through. Betts, Lucas, high tackle on Betts. Another great success in the World Sevens in Sydney, number 11. John Holsworth, Alex, stamping his presence on this game very early. So it's Wigan again, driving in, Ian Lucas. Good ball from Gregory to Myers. What a beautiful pass. Ted Hampton's going for the line. Leaking at the corner. Oh, it was the pass that made the try. Steve Hampson flew in there out wide. An attacking fullback supreme. The 29 years old Wigan, number 1. His 9th season at Wigan at Central Park, and he puts them in the lead, Ross.
He certainly does. Gregory throws a long ball out to Gene Miles, and Hanson runs off Miles' right shoulder, nice and close, goes for the line. Good try, dives into the corner before Phil Beavers can tackle him into the sideline.
And there we can see again, it was the long pass out there. Miles puts the beautiful short pass to Hampson. He's got the pace and he's got the legs just to go round Phil Beavers, the spurring tackle at the corner. Excellent try. So, reply almost immediately from Wigan. 4 points to 2. And of course, no better goal kicker in the league than this man, ex-All Black, Fran Obotica. 76 goals this season, prolific point scorer. Over 300 points in his first season last year. He'll be able to flight this ball, but no, just look at the strength of that wind. One of the finest kickers in the game, and he can't get anywhere near the post, Ross.
Well, he had plenty on that. There was no reason for that not to go over, except for that big wind that they're playing up against out there.
So, Pottinger not judging the wind as yet, but certainly it's gale force. Paul Bishop then to restart. And the long kick, using the wind. Hampson again. Been in superb form this season. Dean Bell, skipper. Played it loose forward against Warrington. Very hard, very adaptable centre. And St Helens coach Mike McClellan, I'm sure, will have told the Saints pack to contain this Wigan side down here. Betts, that's a good ball. To a fire's first touch. Roars from the crowd, but relief. St Helens, Cooper to pick up another 6 tackles surely. Kevin Ward. A lot of loose ball going around here, Alex. A lot of frantic players out there.
Yes, there's 1 or 2 lads out there, obviously want to get a few points on the board. The problem is this wind. It's going stronger and stronger, and the tackling's going more ferocious.
Edwards and Rapati there having a little argument. Tempers possibly rising. St Helens then on the attack to Griffiths. A strong player, made his debut for Great Britain against France last year, that Welshman, number 6. And I know that Wigan coach John Mooney certainly laid plans to look after that number 4, the big Kiwi, Rapati. Bishop threw that ball anywhere, it was a bad pass. Gregory. Really, St Helens losing possession at the vital stages, Ross.
Yes, I think Bishop was trying to do something a little bit too clever then, and at this stage he doesn't need to be clever.
There's a case here, Ross, for one player steadying things down, just detaching himself from the game, settling it down and saying, look lads, calm yourselves, isn't it?
Well, I think John Mooney's taken that approach. He's had his forwards running up the middle, 1 dummy runner, then passing to the second runner, and he's kept it very tight at this stage, because when you're excited and the game's tough, you don't need the ball to be flying around, because too many mistakes come from it.
St Helens certainly had the territorial advantage, but still trailing by that 4 points to 2. Gregory certain to put that kick to the corner. Well, there's that wind that's bedeviling everything. We're not quite sure which way it is blowing. Sullivan, good tackle. That's good play by Wigan. Excellent play, keeping St Helens penned down here. And Saints forwards getting back a little slowly. Bishop to Nickel. Crunching tackle there from Wigan, Ross.
Oh, that's good stuff in it. That's what tackling's all about.
And I think that's sensible play from Paul Bishop. A good positioning again by Hampson. We'll see a lot of these fullbacks. Tony Nickel, well to the fore, one of the younger forwards playing today. And a penalty against Steve Hampson, number 1, kicking out at the tackle. And another 10 yards further back for back chat to the referee. Certainly Mr. Holsworth won't stand any messing. He wants a word with Edwards as well.
Yes, here it is. Wigan have got the ball. It's a silly mistake. Hampson is being muscled there by Sonny Nichols, and he's not taken too kindly to the tackle. He strikes out at Bishop there on his way up to play the ball. Referee's picked it up.
And an attempt at goal for that Hampson offence. And it's Rapati to take the kick. Well, I can't recall seeing Rapati kick in the past very much for St Helens, but he's certainly a bigger man. He's a stronger man than Bishop. Mr. John Mooney should be very happy at the moment. 4 points to 2 in the lead. Perhaps one or two of those pre-match nerves have gone. So, Tia Party, a strange choice for kicker, but a very powerful lad.
We had a good look at his biceps there, Ray, and I'll tell you what, if anyone can kick a ball from this far out, it's got to be him.
But as we noticed there, not a goal to his credit, and not really been entrusted with the kicks. But come the day, come the man. Having trouble with that ball on the sand. Mr. Holdsworth stopping the clock, stopping the two timekeepers in the grandstand. Timekeepers, of course, now in rugby league, the keepers of the time. It's a powerful kick, but no, it's to the left of the post. But certainly we can see why Tia Party was entrusted with that kick. That was a huge effort from that Kiwi, but the scoreline still remains the same. St Helens 2 and Wigan 4. Just that Steve Hampson try. 14 minutes gone. To Bishop. Bernard Dwyer, and a good tackling stint already there from number 8 for Wigan, Ian Lucas. Dean Bell coming in, crunching wide. St Helens like to use that number 10 George Mann out wide, running at the centres. Nickel. If anything, St Helens possibly got an extra yard of pace there in the pack. Can they use it? Ward. Beavers lost it. Hampson again. Now then, Joe fire. Sheer pace on the outside. He puts the kick in. Oh, good cover by Phil Beavers. Excellent fullback play. But that's the danger. And see Sullivan coming across there. Good play by Anthony Sullivan. He came across Ross to cover a fire, didn't he?
I think he did. A fire's got to be the danger man, especially on a run like that. I thought Alan Hunt done a good job there, showing a fire the sideline and then picking him up.
Good ball from Kevin Ward. St Helens now beginning to move. Cooper looking for support from George Mann. He finds it. Kelvin Skerritt for Wigan, number 10, clinging to that ball. Possession be vital here. Gene Miles, 16 stone, powerful Australian Test centre. Imagine tackling that man in the centre, 16 stone. Wigan still attacking that right-hand side, Billy McGinty. And Mike McLennan choosing to remain inside the clubhouse to watch the game. Possibly a little warmer. Edwards. And certainly interference there from Shane Cooper on Sean Edwards. Rather silly from Shane Cooper. Mr. Holdsworth just explaining what he was doing, interfering with the tackle player.
I think he was trying to see whether Sean Edwards needed a face massage, because in the tackle he had his hand on his face and he was given a little bit of a massage.
Alex, the wind really playing havoc there with the passing and the kicking. Very difficult, is it not, for goal kickers?
Well, the wind is very, very strong down here, but it's very, very interesting. I was talking to John Mooney before the game, and he said to me, the plan of battle is going to be quite simple. He wants all his men to draw on their experience of what they've done in the past. And he thinks that because they've been to Wembley and because they've got experience, this game will just come take it in the stride. I think he might be having a few problems out there, but they're really at this moment in time doing exactly what he wants.
Well, he'll certainly be wanting 2 points from this man, Botica. One or two of our viewers in New Zealand and Auckland will be very interested in this kick. It's the accurate shot from Botica. Another 2 points for Wigan, edging out further. 6 points to 2 now for the Silk Cut Challenge Cup holders. 18 minutes gone and Wigan in control.
There he comes in for the kick. You've got to remember he's going against about a 30-knot wind against him, so This is a good kick. Straight between, bisected the uprights once again.
Wigan, after a shaky start this season, been in tremendous form in the past 10 league and cup matches, unbeaten. Begun one of those runs which saw them do the double, the Championship and the Challenge Cup last season. Good kick. Well fielded again by Hampson. Betts raising up some steam. Another huge success out in the World Sevens in Sydney. Had one or two clubs chasing him, notably Manly. Skerritt. Good tackle, persistence by number 6 for St Helens, Jonathan Griffiths, paying off. And the kick at the play of the ball, you can do that, but it's another 6 tackles surely for Wigan. Now then, will Mr Holsworth adjudge that he's over the lines? He does. A dropout.
The referee could have made a mistake there. When they forced Hansen back over the line, he lost control of the ball and the St Helens player fell on it, and they're trying to claim a try from it.
Yep.
Here it is now as Hansen comes out. Shane Cooper chases him. It looks like he's going to clear the line fairly easy, but in comes 3 other tacklers and they force him back over the line, and as they do, he loses control of the ball.
Yep. Nickel. So St Helens on the attack, looking to regain that lead. Bishop controlling things, and Cooper here, but the support not coming off Cooper, and the tackling really forcing St Helens into errors. I mean, that was 3 bad passes, all made by sheer strength of the tackles, Ross.
Well, I think the tackles are starting to tell on St Helens, because at that stage of the St Helens boys didn't want to put their body on the line. And in this game of rugby league, you have to put your body down.
1 or 2 tempers beginning to fray here. The touch judge, Mr Owens, having to step in there. Tempers at flashpoint, but good job from Mr Owens there. Sonny Nickel out to be spoken to by referee Holsworth. And really, I don't think any player should mess with a referee of this calibre. Only a youngster, Nickel, 22 years of age. And I think he's also having a word with Dean Bell to tell his players that, look, I'll attend to everything. Edwards then to take the penalty. Quite content just to put the ball into touch. Good strong drive. £34,000 at stake for the eventual winners of this Challenge Cup. The losers here having to be content with just £6,000. And there's an instance of the handling errors, Ross, isn't it? 4 handling errors for St Helens, all from pressure.
Well, none of them have been not under pressure. They've all been while Wigan's been hitting them with these three-man tackles, Ray, every time.
Gregory to Betts, trying to cut loose on the outside. Sonny Nickel there, I think, just escapes the attentions of the referee, but it's Wigan still now on the attack. Gene Miles, good tackle. Crunching tackle by Kevin Ward. Gregory, he put the kick in. And that wind again, swirling around this pitch, carrying the ball much further than the kickers are imagining. Man, this is no game for the faint-hearted. No prisoners taken up here in the middle. St Helens really, Alex, have really just got to retain this ball for some time, haven't they?
Well, what St Helens have got to do is control their tempers a little bit. There was a concern after the game at Bradford that they give far too many silly penalties away, and I think against a team like Wigan, if they keep giving silly penalties away, they'll get punished. But it's quite interesting to hear, Ray, that St Helens, £1,500 a man, Wigan, 2,500. So you can realise why it's hard out there.
Well, that's why it's hard. £2,000 for winning a game of rugby. Edwards. Miles using a fire as a decoy. 16 stone, this number 4, this former Aussie Test player from the Brisbane Broncos. McGinty. Sean Edwards and Andy Gregory here, the former Great Britain half-backs, beginning to control the midfield, beginning to put the little chip kicks through and the passes, but good play by Bishop, good sweeping play. A little battler, this man, number 7 for St Helens, Bishop. George Mann. Well, he lost the ball rather than got the pass out, very lucky there. Mann again. Has a tendency to lose the ball now and again. He carries the ball in that, tucked under that one hand. This is better from Saints now. Kevin Ward. Little Gregory there having to get through a lot of tackling. To Connolly. Good chip kick, but well recovered by Hampson. To Betts. Lucas. Both sides using these two big heavy packs.
They certainly run with each other, both Skerritt and Lucas and Ward and Mann. At this stage they're dominating the game. The halfbacks are just feeding the ball onto them. You know, I think the halfbacks will come into their own when the defence starts to tire out a bit, Ray. But at this stage it's front row forwards.
Yes, I can't see these forwards continuing like this, but just look at that run there from Kelvin and Skerritt. Powerful charging midfield run from this 25 years old prop. But it's Gregory who's calling the shots. He's commanding the play here in midfield. Wembley, a regular home for him. 8 times he's been there with Test Rugby and Challenge Cup. Tricky bounce there for Phil Beavers. Both sides using the kick, but neither side really gaining much from it. Ward gets a beautiful pass for a forward pass, and really to be putting a pass like that in on your own 25 yards with the first tackle, it's very, very adventurous. It's good constructive play, but in a game as tight as this, is it the best thing to do, Ross?
Well, here's Ward now. He's held in the tackle. He's got the ball free there, but he hasn't spun his body round quite far enough, and Groves is offside, and I think it's a good piece of refereeing by Holsworth.
But that puts Wigan on the attack. O'Fire kicked the ball. He reckoned he was interfered with, but referee Holsworth says not. And it's St Helens now coming away. Sonny Nicholl. This tackling is absolutely brutal.
He's having a good game, Sonny Nichols, for a young kid coming out against all that experience. He's really showing it.
Griffiths to Sullivan, no need to miss the man out. Sullivan having to chase round to Connolly. And look at the speed of that prop forward here, Lucas. Crunching tackle on Connolly. Griffiths trying to break the cover. It's a good kick. Now then, can they keep Hampson down there? They do. Fire all alone. Nowhere to go. Can't escape the clutches of Kevin Ward. To Betts. Surely these forwards, Alex, can't keep up this pace.
Not only the forwards, Andy Gregory has just given Martin O'Fire a real tongue lashing from the side. He said, that's the first tackle, you don't kick on it.
And here is Gregory now. He's got Sean Edwards. Oh, he's dropped the ball. Sean Edwards, a try scorer supreme this season. 24 tries to his credit already. That should have been a 25th, and he drops the ball. And Wigan bringing Joe Lydon on the field, and Andy Platt, the second row, coming off. But just look at Gregory here, Ron.
Well, he makes a great break, and you see Sean Edwards set himself up on the inside. That's quite an easy pass. You won't see Sean Edwards do that too many times in his career.
Time alone will tell whether that will be significant. But still, Wigan in the lead, 6 points to 2. The lone Hampson try, the Botica penalty, and the Paul Bishop penalty goal. Bishop looks for George Mann. George Mann, Ross, running much closer to the play the ball than I've seen him.
Yes, I think what they're trying to do is make sure the Wigan forwards don't spread in defence and make them work so that when they get the ball, they haven't got the energy to run at the strength that they would be if they were resting out wide.
Groves having a go from the acting half-back. Mann again. Good run from Mann. Can he get the ball away? He does. To Sullivan, but he's hemmed in. Just look at the cover over there. 1, 2, 3, 5 Wigan players in our screen there. Groves again. The kick. Well fielded. Having a lot of work, Hampson.
Shane Fever doesn't miss too many of those tackles.
That's St Helens trying to contain Wigan down here, trying to stop that threat of Gregory and Edwards, creating space. Oh, a good run from Dermot. He's looking for the fire. He can't find him. He finds Edwards again this time. Now then, can he make better use of him? He looks for Botica. Not the best of passes. Not the best of passes. And Botica loses it. So another try-scoring chance for Wigan there, gone begging. Another great break again, but poor Martin Dermot injured on the floor there, possibly in that tackle. David Fever, the new Wigan physiotherapist. Another from that great amateur nursery, the Wigan St Patrick's Amateur Club. Gregory, Edwards, Right Gregory of Warrington, all came from there.
Yes, it was a good inside pass there by McDermott to Sean Edwards. Sean Edwards takes up a crossfield, tries to link up with Botica on the far side of the field, floats out a great Wally Lewis pass, but Botica doesn't quite get to it and knocks the ball on.
Now, much concern here, certainly. He looks to be in some agony. Let's hope it's not too dangerous. He fell very badly on his shoulder. This would be a big blow to Wigan, but not only would they lose a hooker, but also a ball distributor. Dean Bell looks to be signalling that things are bad. The Wigan doctor now in attendance. Wigan, of course, have 2 forwards now on the substitutes bench. They've got Neil Cowie and Andy Platt, so what will be going through John Mooney's mind as to who to bring on. And it is Neil Cowie, number 15. An £80,000 buy from Rochdale Hornets this summer. Former Todmorden Amateur Rugby League club.
It looks like a very bad injury there to McDermott, Ray. As he released the ball, the St Helens player came over the top, and I think you find he may have pulled a muscle in his shoulder. Here it goes. The St Helens player comes over the top of him, and he rolls, and I think you'll find that he's forced something out in his shoulder, probably an AC joint.
Yeah, it looks like that left shoulder or that left elbow, doesn't it?
Yeah, it certainly does.
Always a sad occasion to see a stretcher brought on, but let's hope that Martin Dermott's injury isn't as serious as it appears. And it looks as if Billy McGinty, the all-purpose Wigan forward, has gone into the hooking role. To Sullivan. Not had a lot to do, mainly defensively. Rapati. Good break by Rapati. Just the ankle tap there by McGinty. Built like a forward, this centre, but run like a back. Bernard Dwyer, the workhorse in this St Helens pack. St Helens still just 6 points to 2 behind. Mann can't get that ball away. Wigan forwards covering this George Mann. They know he's got that extra yard of pace, as does this man, Sonny Nicol. Any news, Alex, from the ground about Martin Dermott?
Well, we're just getting the message over here now. It's a facial and neck injury, and they are a little bit concerned. We've just had David Fever, the Wigan physio, talking to us, and that is going to be the problem. And you're hoping it's not going to be too serious, but because he's a very, very important man for Wigan.
Neil Cowie having his first
touch of the ball, his first run.
It's good to see a fresh man come onto the field like Cowie did then, straight into the fray, but to give his forwards who are tiring out a little bit as the half goes on and gives them a rest.
There's one forward, had a good half so far, Ian Lucas. That's a good ball. Again, Wigan trying to launch Martin on fire, trying to get this left wing racing away. They know the danger. Hunt. These two sides, just look at that possession there, Ross. 39% only for St Helens. That shows the amount of ball lost, doesn't it?
Well, it does. I think St Helens have kicked a lot too. They've kicked once or twice on the first and second tackle, so they really haven't run with the ball this half.
This game, the decider this season, St Helens already beaten Wigan 28-16 in the Lancashire Cup. Wigan revenge in the league by 16-6 on Boxing Day. But I think this is the match that both sides would want to win. This is the one they would trade the previous wins for. Kevin Ward trying to get that ball round. Dennis Betts noticed there, doing a very good job shepherding, stopping Ward from getting the pass to Bishop. Bishop using the wind well taken by Hampson. He's a master at that high ball, is Hampson. Very good spring, leaps in the air and judging it well. Wigan, the British League champions, the world champions, having beaten Penrith, the Australian winners, and the World Sevens champions. Just 5 minutes remaining here in this match, enthralling match here at Moseley Road. 6 points to 2 for Wigan. Gregory weaving, dodging. Good tackle by Paul Groves. And Gregory's a little upset. He felt he was being stopped from playing that ball. Once again, we see that wind, Ross, just holding the ball in play, didn't it?
Well, I thought that ball was going to go out in the full easy, but the way it's swirling over on that far side of the field has actually brought the ball back into play.
A chance there for Wigan. Pressure, kicking the ball through. One or two St Helens players standing still. And one or two of the Wigan supporters wanted an obstruction. Mann taking it away there. That's a good run from Mann. Tremendous. Oh, it's clearing run, but again the pass. No need for a pass there, Ross. Surely 10 yards from your own line.
Well, that was bad football. This is the second time now St Helens have made an obvious mistake inside their own 25. First by Kevin Ward and now by Mann. I think they need to kick the ball with this big wind behind them. They need to kick it and get out of that area.
Gene Miles now driving forward, and that lost ball again put Wigan on the attack. Betts crashing in now. Defence needed now by St Helens. 5 yards from this line. The short ball to Gregory. Gregory, beautiful, delicate little chip, but again, too strong, too hard. And much to the relief of the Saints fans, a tap out. Alex, any news down there from the bench?
Yes, there is news down here. They are saying it's a concussion, there's no blood, and there is a little bit of concern that a player cannot be taken off the field if he's not bleeding, especially in the blood bin. So unless the referee is giving permission to leave the field, I think that's the wrong decision. But there is a problem with Mike McClellan.
And here's Cooper, beautiful switch inside, but that was a tackle, a master tackle there by Andy Gregory. He sized up the situation, but St Helens now on the attack. To Beavers, this is good play now from St Helens, if they can hold the ball. Still moving it, Kevin Ward. And there's no doubt about it, but these two half-backs are going to doing a first stint of tackling. Edwards and Gregory. Connolly looks for support. Oh, Cooper drops it. If anything, I think Ross, Shane Cooper trying to get the pass away before he'd actually caught the ball.
Yeah, well, that's the second time he's dropped the ball under a pressure situation like that. And I think the players around him were disappointed because they need him to lead them. And I think Shane's got to settle himself down a little bit and not make these simple errors.
Good ball from Miles. Botica. Suddenly Wigan now come racing back.
A vital time just before half-time here now. Neither side would want to score against. 3 minutes left. St Helens on the rack here. Wigan driving in to Edwards. He's looking for that half gap. Good tackle, the 5th tackle. Perhaps a high ball here from Gregory in this swirling wind. No, it's a chip. Oh, he's lost it!
Yes, and this has come from a forward pass route.
And St Helens did well enough then just to keep in there without getting a try. But it's Wigan, tremendous pressure, and that'll be another 6 tackles. Once again, I think rather stupidly St Helens kicking out there. They'd already absorbed 2 tackles. Now it's another 6. So Wigan, Cowie driving in. Can St Helens hold out here now just before half-time? Can Wigan get another 4 points? Gregory. Edwards, clever switch. Looks for Bell. The pressure mounting. Dennis Betts going for the line. Just held up. The strength of this Wigan and Great Britain second row. A foot short. Bell to Gregory. Looks for the pass to Edwards. But Rapati comes away. And he comes away racing down the middle. Oh, wonderful run by Rapati. He wants to get the ball played. He can't get it away. He does to Griffiths. Tensions mount again. Passions are building. Tremendous roars of Saints ringing around this ground. Bishop, the dummy to Cooper. Cooper's coming away now. He's looked for Sullivan. Oh, umpire intercepts. I think the winder stopped the ball from getting to Alan Hunt, Ross.
Well, it was a speculator by Cooper, and if it had landed over into Hunt's hands, it certainly would have been a 6-pointer for St Helens. But Martin Afai positioned himself correctly and was in between and intercepted the ball.
So Lucas clinging to the ball, and I'm sure as we approach half-time now, Wigan will cling to this lead. Gene Miles driving in, using all his experience, coming in at the first receiver. Billy McGinty. He's got Skerritts on his outside. Rapati. And the 5th tackle. Oh, this is silly. Rapati there. Rapati and Skerritts. There's a battle going on there. Something happened with Rapati and Skerritts, certainly. Rapati didn't like what happened. And the yellow card is in the air. It's the sin bin. It's the sin bin for Rapati.
I think Skerritt might go too, Ray. I think he might have been the instigator of that, and Rapati's gone for retaliation.
Yep. Certainly St Helens can't afford to have Rapati off the field, but at the moment I see Kelvin Skerritt still on. Now then, Ross, what can we see?
Well, as Skerritt goes onto his back, Rapati goes to get up to mark him, and Skerritt, it's pulling him down. There he goes. He has a hit at him there, and then he's holding him down. And Rapati, after the referee doesn't take any notice, well, he does the obvious silly thing and gives away a simple penalty.
Certainly, and there's no place for indiscipline like that. No place at all. Beautiful run by Billy McGinty. Coming up now to this half-time hooter. St Helens with 12 men. Gregory. Misunderstanding. And a knock-on.
Andy Gregory, that's his 3rd mistake he's made when Wigan have been in an attacking position. Once again, he's trying to be too tricky, and the Wigan players, they don't need to be. They only need to consolidate and keep running the way they are.
So, Paul Bishop to put the ball in. To Griffiths. Just coming up to the half-time hooter. There it is. A bruising, battling game. St Helens going in with only 12 men. Tia Rapati in the sin bin. But that try in the 8th minute from Steve Hampson. The penalty goal from Botica, and just in reply, the goal from Paul Bishop. Certainly a superb 40 minutes of hard football, Ross.
Well, that's the best game of football I've seen this year. It's been very hard hitting. There's been some great attack, but that defence is what it's been all about. And the 4 front rowers at this stage, they are just proving so powerhouse.
Defence is on top, but I think we'll see some attack in the second half. The first half of some ferocious tackling. Defence is on top. Only 6 points to 2, but I'm sure as the pace takes its toll of these players in the second half, the gaps will appear, and I'm sure the tries will come. But certainly, Ross, there's been some very, very fierce battles up there, hasn't there?
Well, there has been. The 2 forward packs have really taken each other on. There's a lot of ability in these back lines, but we really haven't seen those as yet. It's been mostly forwards. The half-backs, we haven't seen the tussle we thought we was going to have there. They've both been fairly quiet, but I think as this game progresses in this second half, Bishop and Gregory have got to come to their own.
And I think the immediate interesting point is that Tira Party there doesn't look very happy. He's still another 8 minutes to do in the sin bin for that punch on Kelvin Skerritt. Possibly feels a little aggrieved at Skerritt not joining him, but can St Helens now hold on for these 8 minutes? I think a lot will depend on the Wigan halves, Edwards and Gregory. They haven't taken the chances they should have done in the first half, and their opposite number, Griffiths and Bishop, I think, Ross, they've got to begin to dictate in midfield, like we know Bishop especially can do.
Well, I think so. Yeah, there's 4 players there, Griffiths, Bishop, Edwards and Gregory. The 4 of them could be down, Australia.
And there we see 84 tackles in that first half from St Helens. A tribute to their defensive qualities, but also it just shows what attacking Wigan have done. Dwyer. None of these forwards really able to make a break around the ruck there. The defence very, very strong, very, very sure. 2 men tackling all the time. Mann. George Mann, this big, powerful Kiwi test prop forward. Bishop. Well, Bishop uses that wind well, but Alex, how is that wind down there? It seems to be changing at the moment.
Well, the wind actually seems to have died down a little bit, but there is a little bit of a problem here. We've got Martin Dermott back on the bench, and Dave Fever, the Wigan physio, has had a big conversation with John Mooney to see whether the lad is capable to take part in the game.
So, O'Fire showing an example of that blistering pace. Oh, that's a superb run by O'Fire. But hemmed in, but good support play by Gene Miles. But there's a glimpse of the danger. Miles, strong, bullocking centre. Penalty, stealing the ball by Griffiths.
I don't agree with this one, Ray. I don't agree with this one. I think it might be a bit dicey on this referee this time.
Well, there's a lot of controversy in the game at the moment over this ball stealing that was introduced. The question is, does he steal the ball or does Miles let it go? Well, you make your decision, but whatever it is, the referee's made his and it's a kick for Botica. But certainly we've had a lot of controversy over this new rule this season, haven't we, of stopping the ball stealing.
Well, it's a hard one for the referees to judge, but I think if there's any doubt, they've got to give it to the defending side rather than the attacking side.
So John Mooney possibly grappling with the problem of what does he do with Martin Dermott. Is he fit or is he concussed? And this, normally an easy kick for a man of Botica's class, but in this wind, this ball could go anywhere. 324 points in his debut season. When he was signed by Wigan 2 years ago, he really worked on his goal kicking. He reckoned that that was the main weapon in his armoury to retain a place in this star-studded Wigan outfit, and it certainly come up for him. Botica. It's a good one. Straight between the posts. Very, very accurate boot, this man, Ross.
Yeah, definitely. Every time we've seen him on TV, he doesn't miss too many. in that stage there, I think the ball falling off the mound twice before makes you lose your concentration. And for Bodiger to keep his concentration for this kick is a credit to the man. It just shows you how skillful he is with his goal kicking.
It's certainly very, very accurate. Slices those uprights right between the centre. We understand that Steve Hampson will not play any further part in the match with that hamstring, and there is a substitute, Andy Platt. Started the game at number 12, but come back on as a substitute. Betts. Martin Dermott there, possibly headache, head ringing. That's a good ball to Myers, to Bodiger. Now then, it's a race between Bodiger and Sullivan. Oh, he beats Sullivan, he's got Edwards inside him. Edwards going for the line, but it's tackled. He's given the try. Mr. Holsworth has given the try to Sean Edwards. He says that it was a sliding movement over the line, and Sean Edwards, the master support player, runs in for yet another try this season. 12 points to 2 for Wigan, and suddenly they open a huge gap in this third round.
Here comes Gene Miles, brings the ball across, unloads one-handed basketball staff to Bodiger. Bodiger heads down the sideline, just beats Sullivan, comes to the fullback Beavers, inside of the ever-present Sean Edwards. He missed an easy one from there in the first half, but this time he's hung on to it. He's brought down short of the line, but slides over without bringing the ball off the ground.
Yes, one or two players here were talking about a double movement, but here's where this try is made. It's Bodiger going round the wingman here. He makes the space. Copybook support play. Now then, just let's have a look at this here now. Is it a double movement, or does he slide over? Well, it's debatable.
Well, he certainly did lift the ground, but I'm not too sure if he lifted his arm up. I think as he hit the ground, the momentum brought him up, and the momentum took him across the line.
And Bodiger misses the goal. The wind taking it away from him. 12 points to 2 though for Wigan, and have they opened a very, very big lead now? Certainly a lot to do for St Helens. And really, it was Bodiger's run down the wing here, wasn't it?
It was Gene Miles. He brought two players in, and Gene Miles can hold it. He's got such big hands. He holds the ball in one hand and puts the other hand out, brings the two players in, and basketball styles, he unloaded to Bodiger and gave Bodiger a good run straight down the sideline.
To Cowie. Skerritt driving in. Fresh life in these big Wigan forwards now. Skerritt, Lucas, Platt. And here is Platt. Just 6 minutes gone in the second half, and suddenly Wigan opened up a big lead. Play on, says Mr. Holsworth. Sullivan to Bodiger.
Well, there we have a referee. You know, just before Wigan got 2 points with a decision I thought was unfair, and again then, but the ball was actually raked out, and he's let the ball continue on.
Kevin Ward. Saints having to turn that ball back into midfield now. They need to open up this Wigan defence. They need to attack from wider out. Great defence from this Wigan pack. Cooper to Griffiths. Here's a chance, he's going himself. Griffiths has got a chance. Crunching tackle there by Joe Lydon. But this is better now from St Helens. Good play. Cooper out to Dwyer. Dwyer looks for Connolly. But Connolly taking the wrong option, cuts inside. And the fifth tackle. Mr. Holsworth puts his hand in the air. Kevin Ward, a block-busting run. Oh, he gets it to Beavers. Passes it anywhere. And Bodiger relieves the situation.
They had the numbers out there, but the pass just went astray. If it had found St Helens' hands, it would have been a 4-pointer. But once again, the opportunity's gone missing.
O'Fire looks for that extra yard of pace. Can't find it. Skerritt. St Helens must keep Wigan down here now. Platt, former St Helens player, 140,000 by. And Tia Rapati just coming back onto the field. So it's a case once again of a side striking when a side had 12 men, isn't it, Ross?
Well, as we saw, Wigan picked up 6 points while he was off the field, and he put a lot of pressure on his teammates. I think he's got a lot to answer for back out there now, and I think St Helens can expect a lot of work from him, especially in these next 5 minutes.
George Mann. Alex, problems for St Helens down there now.
Well, like we said before the match, discipline, and a very important decision from Thierry Partey. He's had a real ear bashing on the bench while he's been here for the last 8 minutes, and I think the safest place for him, apart from the bench, would be on the field, because he's really had a roasting off the bench.
Cooper, Bishop, good play. Griffiths again makes the vital break, but lacks the support, can't get it away, and it's a penalty. A penalty against Cowie. Obstruction for tugging. Mr. Holsworth stops play. He said there's a player injured.
Yes, that was a professional foul there, Ray. The St Helens players were in a nice little gap with some backup coming along, but the Wigan guys are holding back. There it goes, he's in a hole there, and you can see the backup there, and Neil Cowie grabs hold of
Bernard Dwyer.
Yeah, Bernard Dwyer pulls him back and stops him from being in a position to score the try.
Good decision there by referee Holsworth. Billy McGuinty. But I think it'll be that try that's the disputed try that's taken right out. There he goes down now then. Is that a double movement?
Well, now that you see it slowed up on the replay, it's definitely a double movement. He has actually lifted his arm up and placed it over the line.
The elbow does hit the ground, and the elbow comes up to place the ball over.
Exactly. If he had left his body in the same position, it would have been classed as sliding try, but he does lift it up, Ray.
So, St Helens on the attack. Man driving in. This game isn't over, not yet by any means. Bishop launching Nicol. Nicol looking for the gap. But if anything, I think these St Helens forwards running a little too close to the rucks. Wigan defence very, very powerful around there. That should be another 6 tackles. Well, it should be. Mr. Holsworth, yes, he is. He's signalled another 6. Dwyer. No way through round these rucks, is there?
No, this Wigan defence doesn't even look like any. Doesn't, you know, it's as strong as it was when they first went out in the field.
I think it's interesting too to watch Edwards and Gregory running in very, very quickly to stop this man, Cooper, putting his passes out wide.
Yeah, they seem to be angling in. They've got a very tight packed defence, Wigan, but as well as coming drifting with the defence, they're also coming in at an angle. They're mixing it up.
Bishop to Man. Bishop again to Kevin Ward, a plunge down the middle. Bishop. That's a good kick. Keeps the pressure on. Wigan. Paul Forber, number 15, very experienced forward. 10 seasons in the game here at Nosey Road. Looks to be coming on for Paul Groves. And I think this could be a good substitution. I think St Helens do need some more weight, Ross, up front in this pack.
Well, Paul Ford is a very big boy, and he's a very hard runner. And I think if they're going to bust Wigan up the middle, they need someone with Forder's strength up there. A little knock on there by Gregory behind the scrum.
Yeah. And Bernard Dwyer going up to the number 9 spot. He's hooked for St Helens on many an occasion. There's nothing rare for that. So St Helens now with possession. They must do something with this sequence of 6 tackles. They've got to get themselves back into this game. Trailing 12 points to 2. Bishop going for the line. Good loose forward play by McGuinty. And Skerritt. Man. Driving in. Cooper, the long ball. Here's a chance now for St Helens. Can Griffiths get through? No. Still
the numbers.
Yeah. Still this Wigan defence holds on. Dwyer. Now then, is it another 6 tackles? No, Mr. Holsworth says not. Nickel. And the 5th tackle. Bishop poised for the grubber kick. Can't get it away. Connolly. Not a good kick. To Botica.
St Helens players were screaming for the ball on the right-hand side. On Martin Affire's wing, they had a 3-man overlap. But Bishop elected to bring the ball to the left, and I think once again St Helens have probably blown a try.
How's that wind down there, Alec? Would it not have been worth a high swirling ball on Joe Lydon there?
Well, I think what they're saying is now there's a very interesting decision down here, because Wigan have no more substitutes, and St Helens get the feeling that they've got that little extra edge in fitness. They seem to fancy the chance a little bit, but the problem we've got from down here is the coach is actually screaming, we must hold the ball, because Wigan are keeping control of the ball and St Helens are not.
Griffiths, the short ball to the party. That's good play. It's all St Helens at the moment, but of course St Helens trailing. Griffiths and Cooper now becoming more prominent. George Mann. But still this rock-like defence from Wigan holds. Kevin Ward having a charge, having a plunge for the line. 5 yards now. Tremendous roar for Saints. Paul Forber, the bigger man. 3 yards from this Wigan line. Wigan defending desperately. St Helens looking for points. Cooper. Edwards is lurking around. The fire. The ball there now. Sir Alan Hunt. He's got Miles to beat to the corner. Oh, that's a cracking tackle there by Gene Miles. St Helens had them on the rack. Cooper. Bishop's felled. It's a dropout. Dramatic dive there by Martin Afire. Dramatic dive. Just that extra edge in pace.
Yes, here keeper just puts a little kick in. Beavers is there, just about to dive on the try. Martin Afire uses his pace and comes in before him and knocks it dead over the dead ball line.
And that's the difference in pace. But it's still... Oh, St Helens have let that ball go. Tremendous kick there from the dead ball line. 12 points to 2.
Martin Afire's down hurt, Ray. I think he's done a hamstring, which could be a big blow for Wigan.
15 minutes to go. Afire hobbling on that left wing. And of course Wigan struggling with the substitutes as he pulled a hamstring in that tremendous effort to stop the try. Nickel. But of course Wigan now have eased themselves away from this line. George Mann to Griffiths. Oh, strength of the 6th Connecticut player. Good run by this lad. He gets the ball now. It's Botica versus Sullivan. No, good play by Botica. Tremendous wing play by these two lads. But it's St Helens again. He's in offside. Scarrett's offside.
Good refereeing there. The player was coming back onside and he was...
And it's away. St Helens now on the attack. Rapati. Oh, it's a good pass to Beavers. Connolly's in. There's the try. And St Helens are back in this Challenge Cup round. The offside decision. The quick play the ball. And suddenly the Wigan defence was on the rack. At last, something for those St Helens fans to go wild. And youngster Gary Connolly, his 17th try of the season, Ross.
Yes, that was definitely a good try by him. He's had to pick a ball up from the ground. Here's T. Rapati, throws a bad pass. Connolly comes along with the line open, steps inside the cover defence and comes closer to the goalpost as he can. But it was certainly good work from young Bishop there. St Helens here have got Wigan coming backwards and they have got a free kick, and Bishop takes a quick tap and puts the ball out straight along their line while Wigan are trying to recover.
And the try. And here we can see this pass by Rapati. Not the best of passes. He tries the dummy, thinks better of it. But that's a good pick-up by youngster Connolly. Now then, he has to step inside because he knows McGinty could push him out. And he takes the try.
Ray, what's more important with that pickup of Connolly's is that he's got the line wide open and he can see the try line, so he tries to rush it. And normally you've got your eye on the try line and you spill the ball. So that was good work by the 24-year-old.
So 12 points to 6. And this kick, a very vital one. Could this kick go between these posts and launch St Helens on a recovery towards Wembley, having great difficulty in keeping that ball steady on the mound of sand, the wind rising again. But Bishop does look to have the ball steady now, although Bernard Dwyer...
Ray, I've never seen one of these go over. When someone holds them, for some reason, they don't seem to have the direction or the accuracy.
They don't. It seems to put the kicker off, Ross, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
But will this put Bishop off? Not the easiest of kicks, left-footed, it's missed it! Well, as you said, Ross, we don't see many of those go over. 12 points to 6, Wigan still hold that 6-point lead. And of course, 59 minutes gone, 21 minutes go, the final quarter. We notice a fire, and we notice Greg Lennon there, he's biting his nails, he's a worried man. So, Andy Gregory to kick off. 20 minutes to go, everything to play for. An appearance in the Challenge Cup semi-final. Beavers. St Helens invariably at their best in the final quarter against Wigan. In the previous seasons, Wigan have invariably taken a good early lead, only to be pegged back. Cooper. Shane Cooper beginning to become more prominent now in the game.
Yes, he's a very experienced player, and I think if anyone can turn this game around, it will be Shane Cooper.
And a test of these two packs of forwards now. Wigan with both substitutes on, nothing else on the bench to come. Only Martin Dermott, who isn't fully fit. St Helens still got Mike Riley, the Widnes youngster. That's a charge down, another 6 tackles, surely. To Beavers.
A little bit high, that one, Ray, but he's got away with it.
Forber. And suddenly this big St Helens crowd getting behind them now, and it's Wigan having to tackle, having to defend. Cooper, good ball to Griffiths, that's a better ball now to Connolly. Oh, Connolly has his wingman outside him. Too late there. Griffiths again. And suddenly, Ross, this standoff, this Welsh lad's beginning to come into the game now, isn't he?
Well, it was going to be either Edwards or Griffiths, and I tell you what, both of them have had good games, but in the latter part of this game, I think it's Griffiths that's coming out on top.
And a slip ball there by Connolly. Martin O'Fire hobbling again there, just in our picture. He's certainly not in good condition, but of course, Wigan cannot really take him off. And it's interesting, I think St Helens know this because the ball's going to that right wing all the time now, isn't it?
Well, they're playing with a person out there that really shouldn't be on the field. I think if you take the man off the field, at least you know you've got to cover that area. And it's not good to keep an injured player out there because he's only going to do more damage.
The problem when you've got a player out there, if you're playing inside him, you tend to think he's there and you think he can do the job, don't you?
Exactly, and you become weaker in that area.
So, Leiden, St Helens now chasing for their life. Trailing 12 points to 6. Tension mounting here. Alex, serious problems with Martin O'Fire.
Well, very serious, because what we've got here on the bench is that Wigan are desperately trying to get Stevie Hampson back on his feet. So you can tell you how desperate they are. And what people are asking now is, there's another guy down on the floor here now, and Wigan are having all kinds of problems. Dean Bell is down on the floor.
Oh, Griffiths lost the ball. Trying to get away, one pass too many. Botica, what a good game he's had this afternoon. And I think, Ross, it was a tale of war at this stage with St Helens. It's just not one pass too many, isn't it?
Well, there was no reason for Griffiths to try and unload that ball. It was the second tackle, and they've got Wigan going backwards when they got possession, and trying to unload a tackle like that and giving Wigan the chance to score is not good football.
But here's Wigan again. Wigan suffering physically. Hampson and Dermott, and Dean Bell, the skipper, looks to have had a serious knock, but still Wigan piling the pressure on Gregory, the dummy, edging nearer, inching nearer. Surely a try for Wigan at this stage would clinch it. Edwards looks for the short pass to Lydon, and the 5th tackle, well worth a drop goal, I think. Just a 6-point difference. That drop goal could make all the difference. No, Gregory's not going for it, he does the chip. Would you have had a go at a drop goal there, Ross?
I don't think so, Ray. A drop goal would have made it more than a try in front. But I think keeping the pressure on St Helens at this stage is the way to go. Like when you're pressuring the opposition's try line for a long period like St Helens have, normally when you get down to their territory, you sneak over with a try. And I think Wigan have taken that option.
Wigan effectively down to 11 men, with Martin O'Fire hobbling on the touchline. Now, some concern over Sonny Nicol. It could be blood from a cut. Under the rugby league rules now, the player must go in the blood bin if it is prominent. Oh! Knock on. I think once again we saw how Martin O'Fire there was nothing more than a passenger. He literally could not take that ball. Almost allowed St Helens to cash in there. But Mike Riley coming on, well, that is a surprise. Mike Riley coming on for Shane Cooper. One can only assume that Cooper must be injured.
In that last set of 6 tackles, it looked like Shane Cooper done a groin muscle. He was down holding that region, and I think in a tackle on Edwards, he sustained an injury.
Well, I think all these injuries just show what terrific tackling we've had in this game. Beginning to tell now. We said it would. Attack penalty now for St Helens. St Helens look to be working a move here. Just 15 minutes left. St Helens 6 points, Wigan 12. And the fierce tackling, the hard play beginning to tell on these players now, as 1 or 2 going down with injuries. But very, very fit lads in rugby league these days. Bishop to Griffiths. Ooh, almost lost the ball. Shane Cooper looks to be all right now. Works the dummy, gets it to Bishop. Here's a chance. Oh, it's gone to ground, but Dwyer gets it. Good tackle by Andy Gregory. Gregory spotted the danger there. 1 or 2 of the fans think it was a little high. Dwyer, he's forgotten that it's the 6th tackle, or does he know?
Back to that last set of 6 was knocked down, so they're back to 1 rate.
Terrific pressure here, and Skerritt very lucky to get away there. He had a go at Kevin Ward, but Bishop now launches the attack. Cooper back inside, it's a bad pass. Shane Cooper decided to put the pass in midfield. It should have gone outside. Gene Miles, what good work he's done bringing the ball away out of defence. Betts. And that's the tale. 13 handling errors for St Helens. Time and time we've seen them try to get the ball out of the tackle, only to lose it. Wigan clinging to this lead. Professional side. Edwards. And Edwards is down. The touch judge coming on. Mr. Owens has spotted something, and off the ball tackle. Shane Cooper, the St Helens skipper, remonstrating with the touch judge. But he reckons that Andy Gregory was fouled off the ball. Mr Holsworth awarding the penalty. No hesitation.
Here it is now. Andy Gregory does a little dummy, then passes the ball forward. Definitely comes in with a late stiff arm. In fact, that's a send-off crime, that one. I think he's very lucky not to get his marching orders, even in a game as important as this one.
He certainly is. So Paul Forber then giving away territorial advantage. No need for that. Silly.
Well, Wigan could quite easily go for a goal here. This is quite in the range of Franco Bodia.
I think the window, Ross, is too strong. Just look at that there now. It's swirling across field. Sean Edwards having great difficulty, in fact, making the 10-yard line. Alex, the pressure taken off Wigan then by that Paul Forber offence.
Yes, it might be so. It was a bad penalty giveaway, but now people are beginning to ask, and the questions now is, does that trip to Australia, is it taking that little bit extra out of Wigan? It's been a tremendous tackling stint, and there's one or two Wigan lads looking really the worse for worse.
And there is a fire. Really, I think it's very silly to leave Martin O'Fire on the wing here. He's certainly just hopping about. His left leg has gone. Obviously looks like a hamstring. He's in great pain. And really, he's just plugging a gap. But of course, Wigan, no more substitutes to bring on. Already lost Hampson and Dermott. But Wigan edging nearer and nearer the fifth tackle. 10 minutes left, 12-6 and the drop from Botica. It's there! And that is a crucial drop goal. I've been advocating that for 10-15 minutes now, as far as Wigan are concerned. It takes them out that magical 7 points. It means St Helens have to score twice. And that Kiwi could have done the trick with 10 minutes to go. And it's Botica. Surely a candidate, I think, Ross, for man of the match, this lad.
Well, he's got to be. Every time he's handled the ball, he's certainly done something with it, and that drop goal was well set up. He's taken the ball at least 15-20 yards from behind to play the ball, so the St Helens defence couldn't get to him, and it was an excellent kick.
Wigan clinging to this ball. St Helens desperate to get the ball. Lucas. Needs a long kick here now from Leiden. It does. That's a good kick. It's a high one. It's a tester. Just look at the strength of that win. 80 yards kick there from Leiden.
He's got a big boot on him at the best of times, but I think we'd be kidding ourselves if we said he could kick it that far.
And O'Fire, very gamely, playing on. Cooper. Alex, problems on that Wigan bench, I understand. They want O'Fire to come off, but nobody to put on.
Well, not problems, Ray, a disaster, actually. They're trying to persuade Martin Dermott to come back on, and obviously the lad's got concussion, he cannot come back on, and Stevie Hampson, honestly, looks to me as though he cannot walk, so it's an impossible task. They're just going to have to cope. The only one thing that Martin O'Fire can do, and they've got to tell him, if they get in front, just fall in front of him.
And there's a chance now as he gets the ball. Cooper can't take it, but certainly that's the professionalism attacking O'Fire's wing. That's what St Helens have got to do. 8 minutes to go. Wigan in the lead. 13 points to 6. And really, there can be no sympathy in this game, can there, Ross? They've got to attack O'Fire's wing.
They've got to attack his wing, but as we saw then at St Helens, they are now starting to play catch-up football, and it's the worst thing that can happen to a side when they're behind. They try to force passes and make errors that they normally wouldn't make. There's still 8 minutes to go, so they've got to settle themselves down and make these passes count.
Dean Bell. Fifth tackle coming in again. To Gregory. can't get it away. Well, I don't know how that ball came out, but Gregory must have rolled it behind him. Good play by Edwards.
Yes, you can see Edwards there. You can see that his players are getting tired. They've had a big trip down to Australia, and they played Warrington last week, and now St Helens in the Cups, which is a lot of pressure on them, and Edwards is there as normal, geeing them along and making sure they come up with a win.
It's an amazing fact that for all the times these two sides have been involved in Challenge Cup ties, we go back to 1896-7 before St Helens last beat Wigan in a cup tie at the Challenge Cup in St Helens. An awfully long time ago. Cooper, and Edwards looks for the interception, but he sees Griffiths. He's got Nicol outside him. Oh, then Nicol going for the line. Oh, superb tackle there from Joe Lydon. But suddenly the pressure back on Wigan again to Cooper. He got the short ball to Beavers. Beavers! Oh, Sullivan's knocked on. Sullivan knocked the ball on. What a knock on there from Anthony Sullivan. But again, Ross, for the life of me, I cannot understand why players miss out the man. The centre was there.
Yes, here's Beavers. He's got Rapati right next to him with the line open. That Wigan man you see on your screen is the last man on their line of defence, and if Beavers gives the ball to Rapati then passes it to the winger, that wouldn't have happened, and it would have been 4 to 6 points for St Helens.
So, bad mistake there from St Helens. Bad mistake. 6 minutes to go, 7 points the difference. And it's St Helens in possession again. Cooper, is this Wigan side beginning to tire? Are those sevens competition of last week proving a little too much now? As Wigan, with only 12 men effectively. Cooper to George Mann, gets it out. He's lost the ball again.
George Mann hasn't even looked where he passed that. He just got the ball and threw it.
This is frantic football by St Helens, but it's suiting Wigan. They're back in possession again. And there is the statistic, isn't it? St Helens, 16 times they've handled the errors. And a problem again for Dean Bell. It looks to be a cut. And of course this would be a further tragedy if under the ruling, the blood bin, Dean Bell had to go off.
Well, it wouldn't leave many players left on the field. It's getting that way now that they might have to forfeit.
I don't think John Morley will do that, Ross.
I don't think so either.
So, Skerritt, 4 minutes left. Wigan clinging to the ball. The fifth tackle, Gregory, he'll push it to the corners, he'll keep playing. It's a superb kick from Gregory. Keeps Wigan edging forward. Weary Wigan, wounded Wigan, but still moving forward, still putting the pressure on this St Helens side. Bishop. Lost his man there, Rapati coming inside. The minutes ticking away now. Wigan moving nearer towards the semi-final. George Mann playing on a Fire's wing again. Connolly, but a brave tackle there by a Fire. As Alex Murphy said, just put himself in the way. To Bishop, it needs spreading this ball around. Bishop. Strong play from this boy Griffiths. Now then, Cooper to Beavers. Connolly, he's got a Fire to beat, and he beats him. He's going down that right wing. Can he get it inside? Just look at the tackling of that Gene Miles again. He's across there. The fifth tackle. St Helens keeping the pressure. Will they run the ball? Ward tries to get it away. Wigan hanging in, 7 points the difference. Just 2 minutes left, and Gene Miles, the man of the match, the Brisbane Broncos centre. Tremendous defensive stint. Just 2 minutes left. Wigan holding this ball in the forwards. That's a good ball to Dennis Betts. And surely a long high kick here from Wigan. It is. And the wind taking it over Phil Beaver's head. But in fact, it's as well he left it, because he gets the 25 yards, he gets the tap. Forber. Oh, good run by Forber. Ward. Saints desperate to get the ball out, but of course 7-point difference. Bishop, now then, he's got Sonny Nicol racing alongside him. Nicol, can he beat Botica? No! Oh, Botica, tremendous cover tackle there, but it's still St Helens on the attack. A minute to go. St Helens, oh, Griffiths knocks the ball on. And surely St Helens' last chance has gone. Jonathan Griffiths just couldn't hold the ball. But what a tackle, Ross, from that man, Botica.
Well, it was a great effort by the fullback to stop the little halfback when it looked like he was going to score. But Franco Botica's lefty's been gone and done a great cover tackle on the far side of the field. But St Helens have sure beaten themselves late in this second half with these missed tries.
And Martin O'Fire at last coming off the field, and Stevie Hampson strapped up and going back on. So, last despairing seconds in this match. Knock on behind the scrum. Still Wigan clinging to the lead.
Well, Big Gino Miles has really showed why he's been world-class number 3 or number 4 over the last 10 years, Ray. He's certainly done his work out there today. Set up a couple of great runs.
Injury time, Wigan certainly will cling to this ball. They'll go through the 6 tackles. Paul Bishop wanting Lydon to play that ball. And a penalty against Joe Lydon for delaying the play of the ball. Passions really roused here. Although Joe Lydon doesn't look so passionate, but certainly Paul Bishop is. He wants to get this game playing. No, Paul, you're not big enough to go yourself. Shane Cooper moves it out to Griffiths. Trapati is going for the corner. He can't get it away. Oh, Saints missed the chance again. But a try and a goal, it won't be good enough. We've still got to remember Botica's drop goal. Cooper to George Mann, still gets it away to Griffiths. Wigan looking very tired. Lots of injuries in this Wigan camp. Making do and mending, but still holding on. Cooper, 2 minutes of injury time. Oh, and there's a bad tackle. There's a bad tackle from Sonny Nicol. Dennis Betts fell awkwardly. He was going in for the ball, was Nicol. Betts was going in there too. I think an instinctive reaction stopped the clock.
Here it is now, a big long pass by Bishop. Betts goes in for it. Sonny Nicol goes for the balls, but catch hold is Betts. I think he's a little bit unlucky if he gets sent for this one.
Well, there we see Betts. Well, he certainly comes in high, Ross, there's no doubt about that.
Oh, he has definitely come in high, but I think it was more of a reflex than anything else.
Yeah, possibly going for the ball as much as the man. Mr. Holsworth saying, look, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Many other referees possibly would not. But Betts, okay. So Wigan kicked to touch, and certainly it looks now as if Wigan's record-breaking run of Silk Cup, Challenge Cup matches continues. 23 matches now over the past 4 years, an incredible record. Coach John Mooney achieved the double of the Championship and Challenge Cup last year, and it's there. The Wigan players leap in the air. Wigan beats St Helens yet again for the 4th consecutive year. 2 Challenge Cup finals, a semi-final, and what a proud man he must be. Now in the 3rd round, and St Helens so near yet so far away again. Wigan must certainly be the favourites now for the 5th consecutive Wembley final, but we'll know who they meet in the draw in the semi-finals on Monday. And a delighted umpire gets a little nearer to Wembley. St Helens 6, Wigan 13.